Anunoby trying to guard Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get on track shooting the ball. Jumper there is good.
That might be his first make against OG though, Mike.
Over 4 minutes to go in the first. They're shooting 65% from the field. Schroeder feeds it. Cunningham. Anunoby takes a shot to the face. No call. And Cunningham lays it in.
And Towns with 16. The agility of a 7-footer. Cunningham crossover and finish.
And he may have been going for Robinson, although Kent was in the vicinity. Nonetheless, a turnover for the Knicks, and here comes Schroeder to Cunningham. He'll put one up from 17.
Cunningham defended by Anunoby. 6 seconds left. Cunningham, head and shoulder fake. Drive, fade, he's got it!
He's got 14 points. 8 here in the third quarter. Driving on Bridges. Tough angle, but he swishes it through. What a shot from Cade Cunningham.
I know his heart's not in the game. You know he is hurting. As tough as they come.
Cunningham, hesitation, floats it in! Tonight, in favor of the Pistons. 10 to shoot. Detroit look for the lead. Cunningham wants to dance with Anunoby. The back end. Shake. Bucket. Anunoby makes his move. That's a tough shot. And Schroeder is there for the board. Triggers it. Cunningham race to the rim. He finishes with the offhand. Cade Cunningham is going off.
Cunningham stops, pops, good!
Knicks 89, Pistons 77. Cunningham takes it all the way.
But it's picked up by Thompson. It's Cunningham for 3. Before that, we saw a 3 from Tim Hardaway for the Pistons. He was 0 of 8 in Game 2. Welcome sign as he hits the first shot tonight for Detroit. Here's the second one down the hatch. Cunningham knocks it in.
And that's what they did in games 3 and 4. Got off to strong starts to quell the crowd. Cunningham floats it in.
And it's really impressive how Cade.
Cunningham gets inside. Bridges stays with him. Pull-up jumper's good. That's the strength.
Towns has got a series high 27 points for him. Cunningham with a 3. Got it.
Well, the question is not going to be at the offensive end for Detroit.
Drive and kick action. Get that defense to shift for the easy 2.
Cunningham drains the long 2-pointer. Duran clears it. Cunningham has been masterful. The drive, the banker goes for Cade Cunningham. There's a back in by Cunningham. Bridges trying to hold his ground. Cunningham, that's tough.
Pistons are 2 for 19 from 3. Anunoby on the step through, and another good defensive play. Cunningham on the reach in. Game 5 is Tuesday in New York. A Detroit win would assure the Pistons of a Game 6 here Thursday. Cunningham gets off to a good start here in the third.
Cunningham drives. Cunningham finishes. He did it with a purpose. Hard drive. Couldn't finish. Long rebound, break opportunity. Schroeder to Cunningham. Lays it in.
Towns goes it to Tobias Harris. Falling down. Somehow passes it to Anunoby. Puts up a 3. That won't go. Rebound, Cunningham. That was some direct pass on point. Cunningham goes coast to coast. And Tom Thibodeau calls timeout.
Duran is guarded by Towns. They switch out front. Switch back. Cunningham. Money on a 3.
And that was big time right there. Cunningham.
Brunson switch with Beasley. Brunson drive. Step back. In and out. And snatched by Thompson. Cunningham drives in for 2. He makes it look so easy.
And so smart right there. Avoided.
They won 3 of the 4 matchups with the Knicks in the regular season. This series tied at 1-1. Cunningham over Anunoby. Beautiful play by Cade Cunningham, and 13 for him.
Pistons lead by 6. Cunningham, step back J is good. Brunson is down there drawing the attention visually of everybody on Detroit's weak side. So Bridges takes advantage of a weak side cut.
Floater from Cunningham around and down. Cade Cunningham's first points. Equally loud, if not louder, for the beginning of game 4. Detroit down 12. Cunningham looking for just his second basket, and that was a tough shot over the outstretched arm of OG.
With their rim protector of the Pistons on the bench here.
Paul Reed is in. Isaiah Stewart not available. Cunningham floater. He gets the roll. And he's saying, if I'm going to get all that contact in the paint, I'm going to go out here beyond where the physicality plays a part.
Oh, Cunningham! Lefty throwdown! He scraped the sky on that one.
Cunningham on Anunoby. Stops, pulls up, short shot is good, and a foul. Terrific play from Cade Cunningham. Anunoby picks up his second.
And it's picked up with Reed collecting and Cunningham driving through traffic to the hole. Got it!
And this has been such a wonderful season to watch the next step this team taken. Cunningham took a hit, gets knocked down, and still banks it home.
Minute 10 on the clock. Cunningham, stop and go. Cunningham, he's doing it at his pace.
1 of 12. Cunningham driving. Banks it home.
Playing old school. Yes. Rough and tumble basketball. Cade stops, fires, and fills it up. An important deuce. He has 11.
The box out by Duran triggers the break. Into the hands of Cunningham. Cunningham crosses and scores. He is tough to cover.
Series, and a ball on the floor, and Brunson is injured. Cunningham, another jam. Brunson is still down in considerable.
Cade Cunningham gets inside and throws it down.
Cunningham, the drive and kick. Schroeder, fake, two-man game with Cunningham. Rises up, knocks it down.
Tough way to get called for a foul.
So Anunoby picks up the personal. Pistons trying to add to their lead. Cunningham floats it in, plus the foul. And Pistons fever is very real here in Detroit. Cunningham gets inside.
Big possession for the Pistons, knifing through. Cunningham scoops and scores! 3-point game.
1 and 2, only 5 3-point attempts. Already 3 3-point attempts, 2 of 3 in this first quarter.
Cunningham chisels his way for the basket right there.
Here at MSG with the Pistons leading at 64-53. Brunson put it up high. Knocked out of there by Towns, but right to Cunningham. That's saucy! Cade Cunningham! 9-5 Pistons. Cunningham, the floater goes. That'll diffuse the crowd off a made bucket.
But he's beating them to a spot and staying in front.
Cunningham, three-pointer, banks it home. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game, still 1:23 remaining.
Karl Anthony Towns has made him pay here in this series.
He is 3 of 3 to open play. Pull-up jump. It bounces through for Cade Cunningham.
And that's not a surprise. With the aggressive defense and the physicality, getting to the rim is a must.
Cunningham one-on-one with Anunoby. The fade. You can't stop it.
Nothing easy for the Pistons down here. Great contest by Bridges on that three.
Teams that go up 3-1 in a best-of-7 playoff series win that series 95% of the time. That's how big this is for Detroit to win this game. And Cunningham.
A step-back contested three-pointer. Brunson, the only thing going right now offensively for New York.
Cunningham taking it to the rim around Bridges for 2.
Cade against Middleton. Cade to the paint. Cade to the rim. Hooks! And he hits! 6 straight for the Pistons.
Over his last several games, but he's going to rely on his numbers over his career as a Blazer overall instead of just the last few weeks.
Long rebound to Cunningham. Krejci hitting 47% of his threes in the month of January. Cade up top, nothing but net.
He done knock it down, but the crowd was wowed by what Trey was able to do with the nutmeg right there. Cade Cunningham so big to get in the lane and the jump hook.
You know, he used that big body.
Going to need more.
Hey, the bench, they have to be ready to play in this second half. I don't think they came out ready. Only 1 for 10 from the field in that first half combined.
Cunningham laces a 3.
Backs to the paint. Up fake. Spinning. Goal. Pro move there for the Pistons All-Star Cade Cunningham. Isaiah Stewart with the dribble. Hands to Cade. Cade against Naz Reid. Over Reid. He hits it.
You know, get it up to 17, 18, 20 points. 10-point lead for the Pistons here.
Deficit is 10. And a killer shot from Cunningham.
Isaiah Stewart bounces to Cade. Cade to the paint. Fires. Fills it up. Deadly there. Yeah. Almost unstoppable. He has 7.
This is a physical basketball team. Cunningham looks for an opening, appeared to use his off arm to clear himself from Struch as Cunningham finally gets back.
Stewart with a good challenge. That was a little surprising. He's so talented. He's a beast. It's funny, Scott, during that timeout.
This is trying to slow down the Wizards. Cade off the dribble, fires and fills it. That'll do it.
Points of the game for him. Looney's super solid for the Warriors. You know what you're going to get from him. Cunningham once again right through the paint.
And 6-6. Cade top side to Simone Fontecchio. Cade will drive, flip it up, fill it up. Thompson tries again. This was off the heel. Jalen Duren with a rebound to Cade. Cade down the lane, gets to the basket, flips it up, it's around and down.
Those lobs become available.
Cade gets a screen from JD. Cade from in front. Yes.
Duren averages 9 of those. Thompson racing down the floor. Can't get it to go. Duren has it. Surrounded by Knicks trying to get it out. Does to Cunningham. And Cunningham hits the 3.
Sixers.com/enrich. As Cunningham lays it up and in for the Pistons.
He used his shoulder really well.
Yeah, he had good position. Cunningham once again controlling just about every time down the floor. Smooth.
Yeah, Dean Wade, it's just a backbreaker when he makes those threes because the other 3-man is usually trailing back into the lane. You got to come out and guard Dean Wade.
Shot clock won't matter. You just got to get a bucket here.
Hardaway Jr. inbounds to Cade. Not wasting any time. Cade to the basket. Got it. We're tied with 26.5 seconds left.
Williams picks up the foul. First on the Bulls. Cunningham, and a floating, gliding attempt at the rim and a chance at a 3-point play for Cunningham.
Isaiah Stewart flips to Cade. Cade trying to get to the basket. Off the window with the gun on the run. Cade almost lost it to Salon. Gets it back, drives, and scores. 42 seconds left in overtime.
Shoeless Jimmy Butler.
Cade to the basket. Hooks on the run. He hits it. Pistons are back up 1.
Duren up top. Off it comes here to Cunningham, strolls into the lane, scoops, and scores.
Yeah, smooth, it just rolls at his own pace.
To go with all of that stuff he can do on the interior.
And he will block shots. And it's pretty darn good rebounder. Here comes Cade down the lane, hooks on the run and hits it.
We've said a couple of times tonight, you got to be strong with the ball.
Well, let's see what Detroit does first. It's downhill Cade Cunningham. There's the basket, so here's their moment.
Goes back to get the ball, gives to Cade, clock at 10. Cade with a nice drive, gets through traffic, hooks on the run, and hits it. Big time play right there by Cade Cunningham. Now DeAndre Hunter has Cade, shot clock at 7. Screen from Hardaway Jr., Cade to the basket, scores it.
Bulls had a good defensive plan. They kind of stuck to it. You know,
Hey, Cade with a 3.
That's his first miss. Porter's season high was 15. He now has 16 in 14 minutes. Cunningham hooks and scores.
I love the fact that Ajax got on the floor once again to create that turnover once Cade Cunningham lost his footing.
And dropping it in.
he's doing well. Coaching his team and got him doing what he does best, playing defense, and really happy with the progress.
So far, 7 assists, $3,500 generously donated by Coach Bickerstaff. His star just got to the rack and laid it in. Cade Cunningham.
Have kind of come out the half and started where they left off. It's not something you don't want to see.
And Cunningham now with 23.
Cade against Kyrie Irving. Turns baseline, sends it, scores it. Cade with the basketball all the way to the rack off the high glass, and he hit it. Cade has 6.
Tobias has been doing it for a long time now. Giddy unable to finish against Fontecchio. Cunningham pull-up 3, knocks it down.
He pulled up in transition.
9:47 left. Cade backs in on Nembhard. Takes it to the basket. Made it look easy. Scores it. Some guys don't want to be any bigger than that, so that's what they tell the publicists. Here's Cade. Fires topside, rips the net. Cade with a triple. Now the Pistons are starting to run out of time. Cade for 3. And it's through! Man, the Pistons needed that. And Cade Cunningham got it for him.
Cunningham working his way down. Hooks it up and in. Cade Cunningham, a lot of poise in that possession. 18 now.
Isaiah Stewart off the Piston bench. Cade from the lane, turns and guns it down.
That's a one-man press. That was a McConnell press by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Cunningham drives, cut off on the baseline. His jumper is good.
In it now.
Cade quietly from the corner, knocks it down from behind the long line.
That was not a very good zone, was it?
Playing against Kessler Edwards. Young man from Pepperdine. Cade to the basket, off the glass is good with a lefty hook on the run.
Anticipating the shot in there for rebounding position. That's exactly where Andre was.
And Cade Cunningham, his 4th 3 tonight.
By the way, he's 3rd in triple doubles is Cunningham. Bad turnover. 3-on-1. The line. Cunningham.
After play from him, and thank goodness is he explosive.
Cunningham, a little pullback, foul line, Jimmy, good.
He good. That boy good.
Beasley had 12 points in 6 minutes off the bench in the first quarter. Cunningham drives, and the shot is good. Boy, this kid is so talented.
Excellent finisher.
Cade goes behind the back. Cade with a nice little up fake, and his shot is down. He rattled it home.
Picked up by Hardaway. Cunningham one-on-one against Franz Wagner. Gets in close and scores again.
Since the addition of JB to the squad, there's been more points in the paint for the Warriors.
Got to get 44 points over 2 games in New York.
Grant switches off into Cunningham. Now they get a switch here. They're going to punch Simons off the screen. And Cunningham drills and triple, his 2nd of the night to give it 20 points.
You've got number 19 lapel. Number 19 pin on your lapel.
I was thinking of the captain today, man. He has such a dramatic impact on my playing on and off the court.
Meeting some new friends on the first row. Cunningham rises up on Daniel. Man, is he on it tonight.
The young Frenchman, Tijan Salon, waiting at the scores table. He'll be next to come into the game. And Cade Cunningham is doing his thing.
Having his way right now.
Cade to the basket, flips it up, fills it up. Asar Thompson with a screen. Cade to the basket, kissed the glass and scored over Colin Sexton. Distance to Cade. Hooks from in front and hits it.
9 to shoot. Cunningham has been great tonight. 12 for 21. Make it 13 to 22. He has 33 for the Pistons, and he ties up the score.
84-77. 9:20 left. Cade to forecourt against Zaire Williams. Takes him to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Count that baby, and a foul. Jaden Ivey spins, steps back, fires no. Rebound chased down by Beef Stew. Isaiah Stewart to Hardaway Jr. Left wing to Cade. Triple try, in and out, and back in again.
He's a first-round pick of the Knicks back in 2013, number 24 overall out of Michigan.
Yep, then went to Dallas. Now back in
here in Detroit. Cade Cunningham fires topside, fills it up. An effortless three for Cade. Pacers now have their biggest lead. They're up 13. Cade turns to the basket and a soft slam. Make it 64.
And this from post. Coming the other way. Cunningham through the lane, barreling down, and he does get the roll as the Pistons go ahead by 1.
Defensive stand by Jalen. The miss pulled away by Tobias. Cade to the basket, scored it. Made that look easy.
Of those 14 rebounds dealt, 7 have been offensive. It's amazing the knack that he has. Cunningham, creative dribbling.
Easy rebound. Cade Cunningham fires up a three straight away and hits. That's a 2. A little split-legged over the three-point line.
He did a couple of possessions ago. Dijon right there for the catch and finish.
Hornets up by 19. A virtuoso performance by LaMelo here in the third.
Duran on a handoff now for Cunningham. Shot good. Dennis Schroeder running the offense gives to Cade. Off the ball. Cade turns, fires, fills it. Big time basket.
And it started with Cade.
Cade does to the basket for a jam. Count that, baby, and a foul.
I guess he pushed it, huh?
Not happy with the compensation in return, right?
I mean, you look at some of these teams who need centers. The Lakers, Phoenix use a center.
Yep.
I mean, there's a ton of teams that can use centers. And you're telling me, teams are not going to offer.
I mean, that speaks to how good they are, how deep they are, how versatile they are.
Cunningham puts it on the floor, gets the layup.
Tobias to Cade Cunningham. Cade against Pascal Siakam. Crosses over, spins inside, hooks, and he hits! What a shot by Cade! Ron Holland's pass inside, tapped away by Daniels, who failed to get it back to the basket. Scores it through contact. But I see him making those threes, and he's strong defensively. There's a lot of things that you could like. Cade against Neesmith. Turns and fires, fills it up. Pistons, Cade Cunningham has the answers so far. He has 14. Start taking a little better care of the basketball. They've been the better team most of the night. Cade to the paint, runs up a hook, and he hits it.
Anthony now matched up against Cunningham. Other team pass. Cunningham able to squeeze it in.
88-80 Pistons. Cade works the top. Cade from the corner. As the time expires, his shot is right down the middle.
Cunningham runs into his own man. That's the only thing stopping him. Good golly. 12 quickies for Cunningham. Unbelievable. Cade Cunningham with a pedestrian three.
This is doing a much better job on their physicality defensively.
Cunningham isolates on White.
Beasley with a catch and shoot three. Comes off Duran with another offensive rebound. Cunningham for the lead. Got it. And the Pistons lead by 2 with 54 seconds to go.
To manage to come back there, they had a 21-5 start where they were down. Ended up down by 22 at one point against Brooklyn. And they were able to come back as Cunningham.
Especially off of Towns.
Who has 4 fouls. Cade backs in on right. facing Hook, and he hit it lefty.
That's stealing right there, right?
Here's Cunningham, the pull-up is good.
Both sides have won 64 games. That's right, folks. This is the ultimate rubber mat. Cade Cunningham breaks the seal for the visitors.
Oh, man. Haven't seen that one in a while. Thompson out to Cunningham. Cunningham driving up Banchero, leaning in, scoring, and draws the foul on Banchero.
23-year ball.
That'd be a little aggravating if you were a player and someone was keeping that stat. I'd have a problem with
Brad,
him.
analytics.
Yeah, I'd have a problem with him.
Cunningham floats and scores.
I'd have to go visit him and have a conversation about that.
Corey Kispert, Keyshawn George going to the scorer's table. Cunningham to Stewart, left hand hook shot, no. Cade right there to clean up.
He's been brilliant at that point guard spot.
Here's Murray. Loses control of it. Fontecchio, King's first turnover of the game, comes away with it. Oh, Cunningham, a little shimmy shake three ball. Man, he is playing with confidence. He's barking out there.
Well, there's a 5-second different shot clock and game clock. And Cunningham, boy, he is feeling it here tonight. 21 first half points.
Cade. First three of the night for Cade Cunningham. Rattles that one home.
And Tracy missed the shot in traffic. Pistons pull it down. Asar Thompson to Cade. This is the long gun. It goes! It's over 4.5 to play in the first.
Yeah, Bobby Portis, of course, back now after missing 25 games, suspended for violation of league rules.
The entire action began because of the penetration of Mitchell, which had that Piston defense chasing. Wade opens up guarding Cunningham. Cunningham floats and scores. He has Detroit's first 2 buckets.
I know you guys hooked up on the telephone when he was practicing dentistry in Portland.
Sadly, we just lost him maybe within the last year.
Down the lane goes Cade for a score. Down as he blocked the shot. Cade from the lane. Sends it and scores it. Asar Thompson boards it. Cade has it. Thinking about a three. Up it goes. Down it goes. Cade with the long gun.
Cade, the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, works his way to the elbow, keeps that dribble, fades away, and scores.
It's actually very good defense by Darius Garland. Cade's just so much taller.
Mid-dribble. Now on the dribble here.
That's an offensive foul as well.
Inside, well, it's Taj Gibson hustled back after forcing that miss. Got an easy one. Cunningham comes tight off that curl and scores.
Meanwhile, 38 points for Cade Cunningham. And more of a balanced effort overall from this Detroit Pistons team. Cunningham again, he has 40.
Based on what I saw before, a long three doesn't have a chance for Turner. I thought he was going to make them all. Here's Cade down the lane, through the bump, hit the shot. Count that baby and a foul.
10 minutes left, bro.
He's only at 20.
Cade challenged Cunningham, and Cade scored anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if Cade could have played any better defense.
What will it lead to here on offense? Prince leaves it short. And the Pistons are on the move, a 3-on-2 break. Cunningham, that's a long 2.
That hurt. They got to finish off those plays.
Rebounded by Jalen Duran. 2 guys on the floor, Kessler and Asar Thompson. Cade to the basket for a deuce. Simone missed them both, but it comes outside to Cade. Cade drives it off the high glass. Took the hook on the run again.
Every time the Pistons try to get close, get it back to close to single digits, White and the Celtics seem to have an answer. Tough turnaround. Cade, Parker, Cunningham.
Cunningham, he's orchestrating. Once again, it's his and his alone. And he was underneath, but he's going to get it. Try it again. He stayed right with it.
He knows that was one of my pet peeves. I did not like that turnover because I always thought you can control that.
Yeah, I say the same thing, AJ. We never saw that turnover.
Outside to Beasley for the long gun, short. Caught by Asar Thompson to Cade. He will send it and score it. How about Cade Cunningham? But they'll throw it away. Cade with a line drive, Jay, it's good. JD with the rebound to Cade. Cade snakes away from Porter Jr. Finger rolls, fills it up. Paul Reed comes to get it against Plumlee. Cade to the lane. Cade straight on gun goes. Well, that one was down, I can see that.
With 33. Yeah, but great patience that time by setting up Cade Cunningham for that step back. And you said something about
Cade to forecourt. Tobias flicks it back to Cade to take it right to the basket and lay it in. Bring it to work. Down 4. Stu shovels to Cade. He'll rise and fire and fill it up. Cade with the basketball. Cade against Bridges. Crosses him over. Gets to the baseline. Flips it up. Fills it up. The Lakers with their 17 titles. Look, one of the greatest players ever, LeBron James. Here's Cade. Stop and go to the basket. Lays it up. Lays it in. Cade Cunningham. Right up the middle. Goes behind the back against Dylan Brooks. Gets the screen from Stu. Gets to the basket. Lays it up. Lays it in. Cade gets to the paint. Cade, half hook him in front, hit it. He's got a bunch of shots. Doesn't Gregory?
He's got a lot of stuff. They've won their last 2 away from Detroit. Cunningham uses the hesitation to get inside and score.
He is not one to pick up his dribble.
Cade back to Hardaway Jr. for a long gun that's short. Cade from the sideline for 3 and it's through. Cade to the basket. Made it look easy.
Man, when he gets to that right hand.
Just getting the one shot. Duren has checked back in. He was subbed out with about 8:47 in the first quarter, picking up those 2 fouls. Cunningham.
All for naught, but the effort was there.
Cade to the baseline. Cade to the rim. Reverses and scores. Cade to the sideline, launches a 3, and it's through!
Very little resistance coming from the men in red.
Cade weaves his way to the lane, guns on the run and goes.
Detroit taking the clock way down here at the end of the third quarter, or presumably taking it way down. Cunningham looking pretty aggressive here, looking to score, and does with 5.7.
Stewart. Cunningham. Mitchell there. And that one will hang on the rim, and a good job by Cunningham. He slowed it down to his pace.
Make Duren move his feet. He's too strong for Şengün to just score over. Not
Cunningham stays hot. My goodness.
You got to go get him. It's time to go get him.
He's been on in this third quarter.
Players were looking to get the ball to Steph, but Draymond said, I'm open. I got this.
And a turnover cause havoc again. It's going to be Warriors basketball.
Big time plays. Big time plays. Under 30 seconds in this.
Cunningham with the 3-point opportunity, and Cade able to bury his first triple.
I know that NIL has changed college sports dramatically, but my year in the G League was incredibly helpful for me as Cunningham hits another 3.
2 more in the paint there from 8, who has 6 and 4 boards. Cade inside, hooks and hits. In among the trees, it didn't matter. Outside it goes to Cade against Dyson Daniels. Drives into the basket. Hook! Hits it! Kiss the glass for the score.
You know how tough that was with a left hand? Wow. For the moment, even though Miles backed up, he didn't have the same clean shot he had before with Duren backing up.
Cunningham back to work again.
Going to work.
Tobias gives to Jalen Duren. Now the Mavericks are back. Cade goes baseline, fires from there, fills it up.
Beal now has 17 for Phoenix. 5-point Detroit lead with the left hand was Cunningham.
In a snapshot, they are making them all.
Pistons with only a 1-point lead now. Cade's pass outside, lands in the lap of Hardaway Jr. Back to Cade, he will drive, double clutch, and score. Way to finish.
To this point in the game.
Averaging 6.2 a game. Cunningham, traffic, patient.
3.5 to play in the third. Cade to the basket, scores again.
Cunningham feels where LaMelo is, knew he was behind him, and throws it softly off the glass and in.
To Beasley, gets it back. Cade on the deck and driving. Cade to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. Count that baby and a foul.
This type of situation for Detroit really shows some of the value in having Schroeder, as Cunningham just goes right by. Kev, what I was going to say is,
Got the screen, gets to the basket, hooks on the run, lefty, and hits it.
Beasley, Stewart, and Fontecchio rounded out for Detroit. Cunningham splits, drives, and scores.
Screen from Stu. Cade with a drive, blew by Edey, laid it up, laid it in.
It makes it difficult in those situations.
Cunningham. Left hand over Keegan Murray.
Stewart setting the screen for Cunningham, who tries his hand at a triple. Cunningham's first three of the game.
It's going from side to side. That puts a lot of pressure on any defense, whether it's man or zone.
They have 15 assists on 19 hoops. Cade, top side, long gun goes.
It's the kind of play we have been missing. Yes. Guys coming back. Cunningham forcing his way in against Carter. Left-handed shot, that's good.
Need to execute here in a hurry. Clock at 6. Cade with a long gun, it goes! Big time basket. Cade against Green. Screen from Jalen Duren, jumper right down the middle. Jaden Ivey comes out, puts a half a screen. 2 seconds, one, Cade with a shot, he hits it! Grabs hands with his owner, Tom Goris, after the triple. Miles Turner with 25. Pistons turned at 13 in the first half, just 4 since the break. Cade to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
See how he set Turner up that time?
Those battles in practice were classic. They're still great friends today. Anthony Black was at the draft to celebrate Ron getting drafted, and I guarantee you, the competitors they are, they both assured me.
And it's uncanny leaping ability. This kid gets off the floor.
Cunningham. That's a difficult shot.
So Stu bounces back to Cade. Cade squares up and triple. It's going to be net barely moved, and he certainly didn't get any iron.
Ausar Thompson hands to Jalen Duren. Not a threat out there to score himself, but he's been a very good playmaker for the Pistons over the last month or so. Cade Cunningham doing really what he's done all season long.
Celtics raced out to a 26-7 lead. J.B. Bickerstaff put the bench mob in, and they close that gap in a hurry as Cunningham has their first 2.
Yeah, we got to remember.
Sexton in the lane. Sexton with a shot off the rim. Cade races to forecourt. To the rim for a slam.
And we've got an offensive extravaganza developing here. Primarily from this man. Made his last 3 shots and now making 4.
Boy, and a foul. He makes it when he gets in these.
46-38, the Pistons lead. 5:22 to play here in the first half. Cade with a screen from Tobias. Here's a triple try that's right down the middle. You gotta miss a guy like that, and Banchero. Here's Cade getting to the paint, turns, fires, fills it up.
Jose, too strong. Got a good job by Thompson just to tip it to himself. He's got Tobias Harris, great pass. Cade Cunningham, he had options, didn't he?
Cade against Avdia. Jalen Duren comes to screen. Cade from the lane, sends it, scores it.
He's in his own world right now, and the Trailblazers can't.
Just got to start on this end of the floor. Got to get some stops, and you got to be able to clean up the messes.
Cunningham answers.
Now they've got numbers. A bully ball by LeBron, and he couldn't get it. And Detroit's breaking out 3-on-2. Right hand Cunningham, he lays it up and in.
Yeah, not bad. Into the ball game for Utah. Ausar made 1. Long rebound, comes out to Asar, hustled it down for Cade. This for three, and it's through.
That's what it takes. And right there, folks.
Cade against Giddey. Cade to the basket. He hits it for the Bedtier player of the game. Schroeder with the pass, and it is wildly hooked up there and in by Cunningham.
You can use Cunningham in so many different ways.
Still got a game here, folks, and a good one.
8 and 10 to play here in the third. Cade with a drive off the high glass with a gun. It's down. Tried to pop out, but didn't. Now he has 23.
After playing with the Pacers and the Cavaliers, he's used to these Central Division knockdown dragouts with Detroit. Cunningham again. Man.
Just good control pull-up for him. 6 points now and 2 of 3. Got in between Fontecchio and held off Stewart. Here's Cunningham. Knocks it in.
Tough shot for Cunningham behind the backboard. No, he is special. 35 for Cunningham.
All the time.
You put yourself in the position to play hard, you're going to win a lot of games off effort alone.
And a layup. Yeah, that was off a simple high screen.
It's a dribble handoff.
And they know where he is. Cade drives it, hooks and hits. Make it 40 points.
It's a 6-point lead.
I think that Dallas clearly outplayed the Pistons tonight. They were good in the second half, third quarter.
Floor had Devin Vassell running that left wing that helped occupy the defense as well.
Cunningham up and Biyombo. That'll be a goaltend. But you love to see Fox pushing the pace. That's what he does best, AJ.
Get there, and if you're about to travel, you can throw it off the backboard and go get it.
And Cunningham answers with a 3.
That's the only reason, because he ended up with Halliburton on him. The only reason he wants this with Shepherd, because he thinks he's strong.
He took the ball all the way in, has a chance for a 3-point play.
Cade weaves his way to the basket off the high glass. Hits it. Count that baby and a foul. Off the square, no. Pistons run it the other way. It's Cade with it, still with it, to the basket for a slam.
Selecting J.B. Bickerstaff, having confidence in him, giving him the tools to kind of build out this roster that makes them a dynamic team. And again, in transition, nobody picks up the ball. Cade Cunningham.
Now Cade to the lane against Kobe White. Double clutcher, no, but he tapped it in. Cade has it against Barnes. To the basket, hooks on the run and hits it.
Did he make that look easy or what?
Can you stop that?
So the Pels miss their last 10 triples. And another layup. Man. 17 for Cade Cunningham.
3 to play in the first. Pistons down 4 at home to Cleveland. Cade driving to the basket, lays it up, lays it in. That wasn't easy.
Nope, super move.
Rebound comes long to Tim Hardaway Jr. Cade up the middle. Cade wants to go down the lane, gets to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Kiss the glass. Cade against George. Tobias gives back to Cade and sets a screen. Cade working the lane, fires from in front, fills it up. It's 21-10, Dallas. 5.5 left in the first. Cade takes Klay Thompson to the basket. Missed the shot, but on the follow-up, able to score. He has 11. It's 100-91.
That's a big addition, George.
2:25 left. I feel like it is. There's Cade Cunningham. Hook on the run, and he hit it.
Man, he's still hot. How tough was that shot? He found the window, and Jalen took it.
Cunningham right at Şengün. They are very comfortable.
Cunningham snakes it. Spins inside. Got it to go. A slick move by Cade Cunningham. We talked.
Cade with a jumper that won't fall. Moore with a rebound. Cade with the basketball. Cade, topside gun, goes. A triple for Cade Cunningham. And the Pistons keep coming. 10 on the shot clock for Cade. Gets to the paint, gets to the rim, flushed it. That's a quick dunk, man.
That's right back at you. All you have to do is give him room.
And he'll help you get some, too, with his passing.
Yeah.
Pistons out of the timeout. Cade, topside 3, it's through.
Fontecchio to Cunningham. Cade Gets around Jalen. Goes up, lays it in.
A nice move by Cade Cunningham, who was able to freeze Jalen Johnson and get to the basket before.
He is the Pistons' main man. Here he is from the top, and it drops.
Fix up a little bit.
Sar got 1 for 2. Cade to the basket, kissed the glass, and scored it.
Can you keep the momentum? The sustained runs are what you need. Wendell Moore Jr. just back into the game, and Steph took advantage there, and Cunningham for the baseline.
Cade to forecourt. Cade against P.J. Washington. Runs up a hook, lefty, and hits it. Hello.
8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Vucevic. White is trying to guard Cunningham here. Helped by Herter and one.
Top of the key facilitator. Now Cunningham gets to his right hand and puts it up and in.
Now, more younger guys are getting, if they get that low block area, they're using the glass.
Another triple try. Another perfect make. It's 13-12. Cade inside, facing hook, hit it. The foul was on Malik Beasley to put Mitchell on the line. Here's Cade from the elbow. He hits it. Cade against Schroeder. 6:43 left. Time to come back. Cade from the paint. Yes. He hits it.
Celtics still almost 50% from downtown. Cunningham steps through for 2. Cunningham.
3 minutes in. Cade. Backs on Hero. Easy one from in front.
Clear push off there by Maxey on the defender Hardaway.
Drummond knocked it away briefly again, but Cunningham gets it back.
Alex comes up with the rebound and loses it. Cunningham on the lob attempt.
Hands to Cade. Cade against Nickel Walker. Cade to the lane. Fires him in front. Fills it as time runs out.
It's why you bring him.
Time, Cade Cunningham.
Here's Harris, guarded by Johnson. Harris banging into Johnson. Simmons comes with a tie-up. 1 to shoot. Cunningham connects on the 3.
Terrific third quarter. 21-6. Pacers by 15. Cunningham goes inside.
He has 9, all here in the second. Pistons get a swipe. Cade for 3, and it's through. Ron Holland.
Fighting through the screens. Giddey got caught up, so Cunningham is able to penetrate.
They have to make it.
Cunningham and 1.
That's a beast move right there.
Cade has it top side. Up off the deck. Screen from Sar Thompson. Triple try. Bang! Through for 3. Malik Beasley shoots a pass to Dennis Schroeder. Top side to Cade. And he triples.
Harris fakes, now drives the lane. His shot is around and out. Harris got his back. 3-point shot, Cunningham. He got it.
Kevin Porter Jr. has checked in. An interesting story. Porter Jr. off the court problems, but he can't play.
The aggressive nature of Bogdanovich early. The pass to Zub, but then right there, the aggressive move to the basket.
Cunningham floats it in. It's his second basket, all the scoring.
He and Jackson Davis with 8. Steph has 9. Cade from the foul line. Knocks it down.
Good to be back in Atlanta. That was some stretch. 1 home game in 24 days. And at the end of the shot clock, Cade Cunningham connects.
Pistons creep closer with 7 and 12 left. Porter Jr. nearly turned it over. Now he does. Pistons loop it ahead to Cade for a jam. Luke Kennard hits the jumper. Cade turns on Bain from the baseline, sends it and scores it.
Jalen Duren away from the basket, and that's where Zubac can get those tip-ins.
Cade with a long gun. It goes!
most of the night. Only one foul for Daniels to date. Short clock here for Cunningham. This is where he loves to go to the paint. Does right there. He gets to the dotted line.
Starting to hear some boos and some restlessness from the fans. Cunningham lays it in. Casey Johnson get the tweet ready.
Harris not out there.
Cunningham and Anunoby. 6 on a 24. Off the bounce. Running shot is up and good. What a shot from Cunningham.
Cade in a hurry. Down the lane to the rim for a slam. Don't look now, but we are all even at 65. Wallace on the drive. Rejected by Isaiah Stewart. Threw that baby away. Here's Cade to the basket on the other end for a jam. The fans love it on Cade's hoop. And the turnover by Indiana. These two screens for Cade, and he triples! It's 101-92. Utah with a great start. The Pistons been after him all the way. Cade strikes again. Rattles it home from the lane. He has 28. Still around, folks. He's been around in his 14th year, and he started in Europe. Here's Cade in the lane. Spins, fires, fills it.
Cunningham got cut off on the sideline. He'll find Beasley. Down to Reed. Off to Cunningham for a floater. Cade Cunningham has 11.
Little helter-skelter right now. Get it to Brown. It's poked away by Sasser. Back-to-back steals for him. Cunningham. Whoa! Holy posterized. The best shot-blocking guard in the league.
I also think just being bigger size-wise on the wings is probably the way from it. Yes. That's the vibe of the league. It's Cunningham.
Well,
this guy who's 6'6", playing point guard for them
and
too.
the Bulls right now.
Cade against Hardy on top of the zone. Gets it down in front. Hand hooks and hits. What a play. Cade down the lane. Spins and fires. It falls. Good looking play by.
And was able to collect.
Cade goes right through the man's defenders to the rim. Lays it up. Lays it in.
74-68. Poked away by Trey. Back to Cunningham. Side steps and beats the horn to lay it in on a 29-point.
7 points now for KO Kelly Oubre. Cunningham with 14, leading Detroit. Step back three, and he swishes it again.
Get busy, Buddy Hield. Cunningham makes the three.
28-24 Sixers. Cunningham with 4. Make it 7 for Cade Cunningham.
Hawkes had it stripped away. Beasley to Cunningham on the move. Motor Cade in full effect for the layup.
Somebody's got to go either shade or help Isaiah Collier here.
Sheboy a little late coming over. You saw a Sensabaugh for a moment.
I said earlier, identical records. Actually, the Pistons are a half game better than the Phoenix Suns.
The shade better. Cade better than most people with that move.
Got that right. Will he pass it? Will he score it? Most of the time, he's looking to score it. I'd go after that.
Yeah, I take my chances. Here's Cade to the basket, and he scores it. Deontay George drives in, poked away from behind by Hardaway. Ahead to Cade for a jam. Cade gets it from Hardaway Jr. Takes it right into Brunson for a deuce. Hardaway Jr. upgunning. This is off the front rim. Cade ends up with it against Daniels. Cade to the basket. Hooks on the run and hits.
He's just so dominant downhill and playing from that dunker spot. He contact there. Cunningham played through it and hit the J.
Craig, he makes it tough for you to help, and those are the shots.
6 rebounds, 3 assists. Did all of his scoring in the first half. Cunningham stepped through.
He is so much stronger. But I love the fact that management trusted their young players. In particular, like a guy like Jaden Ivey, who struggled a little bit last year, to see Cade get down the lane.
By the way, they're doing this without Jaden Ivey.
You ain't calling that a wise out of high school. Main streets.
You got to give me your highlight, your mixtape.
I'd like to watch his highlights.
This team now has more range, more veteran leadership. Cunningham looks to cut baseline on Wade. Allen came over with late help.
You're down double figures, and you're really trying to make it work.
Cade trying to turn the corner, shut down by KD, then steps back and pours it in.
From the wing.
Cunningham controls the dribble out front. Hardaway Jr. alongside Beasley, also now guarded by Juzang. Deep triple, got it. Cunningham drills it home.
Coach Lowe suggested. Wendell Moore Jr. has started in the second half as he started the game. And here's Cade for the first shot of the second half. Cade to forecourt, just under 3 left in the third. Atlanta by 3. Cade to the basket, off the high glass, he hit it.
39, the new season high for Durant. Carrying the Suns down the stretch without Booker. Left-handed hit by Cade, who raises that left hand.
Without Norman Powell, Derrick Jones, and Kawhi Leonard. Cunningham all too easy the other way.
And outside of the arc for most of the shot clock. It's another turnover. It'll be Cade Cunningham.
This is what happens.
Willie Green
One
with the
team is
timeout.
playing harder than another team defensively.
Trey down the lane, spins it out to Niang for 3. George trying to find that consistent three-point shot tonight. Nice bounce to Cunningham for the jam.
From downtown for Gabe Vincent. Cunningham, little stutter step. They got their best defender on him, and it doesn't matter. Reddish couldn't stop Cade.
Fontecchio. Dribble off some seconds. Shot clock at 5 for Cunningham. Launches a 3, straight and sweet for Cade Cunningham.
Oh, that's...
55 times the second most Giannis has scored in the game. And Cunningham not backing down.
I give Hardaway credit for staying engaged and making that happen.
Cade with a shot, rattles it home. Cade stays in the game, 4 fouls or not, he has 20.
He had a big game, man. And again, you want the ball in the hand of a creative scorer.
58-55 Pistons. Cunningham again. Good again.
For Buzelis with double-figure scoring. He's been averaging about 15 points a game during that stretch.
Well, and one thing I've said about him, there's Cade Cunningham, is I believe right now.
Do we get bonuses for that?
I'm gonna let you guess the answer to that.
Cunningham.
Shot clock. That's 6. Anunoby with the left hand. Can't get it to go.
Thomas doing a good job harassing.
Here's Cunningham. Goes inside and throws it down. And then headbutts to Stanchion.
No hesitation at all there.
17-16 Atlanta. Here is Cunningham. And he bangs in a 3.
Right now.
They look good here in this first half. Cunningham. Tyson got back to challenge, but too late, and Cunningham's got 13.
Irving just scored. He has 7. Cade off the glass, and good. Cade with a dozen. 40-40. What a ball game. Way outside for Simone Fontecchio. Cade with the clock at 5, gets to the lane, rises, and fires and fills it. Nothing easy about that.
Fox, meanwhile, turns the corner. De'Aaron. Still a lid on the basket.
That was the easiest look that he's had in this whole game. He had a little bit too much momentum carrying him. That's another triple for Cade Cunningham.
Cade with the basketball against Carrington. To the lane, turns and fires and fills it up. Not an easy shot. Sure wasn't. 45-36 Milwaukee. 9 to play in the first half. Cade against Green. Soft shot, sticks it.
By the Detroit Pistons. Pistons on the move. And inside, nice shot.
A little over 4 minutes left. Cade against Okongwu. Gets to the basket, rattles it in. Count that, baby, and a foul. Cade down the lane. Tobias outside for Tim Hardaway Jr. Steps to the foul line, misfires. Cade with a rebound, back up and in.
Down to Duren. Sohan switched out on him. Cunningham by Paul and dunks it.
Merrill and Levert, who come first off that Cavalier bench. They usually go and get Mitchell and Mobley. Cunningham into the paint. Line drives at home. Cunningham now has 22.
Already with 28 paint points, but 6 offensive rebounds and 9 second chance points, and there's a steal. Cunningham. Inside, count the bucket, and the foul.
OKC uses zone very effectively against them.
Towns inside, bad pass, forced it. Knicks turn it over.
Cunningham shaking, wheeling.
And gets in and throws it down. He's got 15 points.
Jerome inside, had to pass it, and Cade swiped the pass. Cade to the basket against Mobley, lays it up, lays it in. And we're tied at 24. Malik Beasley with a low dribble, almost lost it, finds Cade. Clock at 10, this for 3 and it's through.
Boy, what looked like disaster.
Rebound, Fontecchio. Detroit trying to get his second win of the season. Enter today 1-5. Cunningham the reverse. Timeout Brooklyn.
Tim Hardaway Jr. ends up with it. Since February 1st, they're leading the NBA in points in the paint. Cunningham outside of the paint.
And a lot of that has to do with number 2.
They're looking for more rebounding in the middle. The Suns do almost everything well on both ends of the court except rebound. Cade Cunningham with the long gun that goes. Gives to Jalen Duren against Rudy Gobert. They'll drop it off to Malik Beasley. Guns for 3 off the rim. Pistons board it. Now Cade's open on top and he triples.
Yet leading 14-11. Hawks just 1 of 5 on threes. Cunningham, deep 3, good.
Well, we talked about how his three-point shooting has improved.
An all-time great gentleman. Cade to forecourt for the Pistons. Long guns and it goes. Charlotte leads it. Cade has it against Josh Green to the baseline. Fires, fills it up. Made that look easy.
He did.
Well, you know I'm talking about an electric bike, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're not into pedaling. Cade Cunningham back in the game. Foul line jumper, sends it, scores it.
Cade has it. He's got Pippen Jr. on him. Gets a screen from Stu. Turns, fires, and fills it up. Great recognition by Cade. Cade with the basketball. Fights his way to the paint. Fights his way to the rim. Lays it up. Lays it in. Malik Beasley with the basketball for the Pistons. Outside to Cade. Cade will drive it, get to the basket, run it up off the high glass and hit it. 20 seconds to play. Cade with a long 3. It's through! 3-point game.
Cunningham. That's a 3.
Cunningham for 3.
But they remind me a little bit of the Knicks late last year, but after every loose ball. But the Pistons counter all of that with a sweet 3 from Cade Cunningham. Final 2 minutes of the third. Cade down deep. Got his defenders behind him.
Up the floor comes Hardaway Jr.
Cade Cunningham trying to keep Grant at bay with the free hand, laid it up and in. Cunningham so strong with that offhand.
Cade with the basketball. Gets it back. Fires, fills it, and a foul.
That goes off of Beef Stew's foot. Man, if Detroit somehow could score on this possession, it would be a stick to the eye. Oh my goodness.
The Wizards are doing that.
There they are. Cade looking for some room against Champagne. Stops and fires. Fills it. Count that, baby, and a foul. Cade's on the floor.
Bogdanovich from three-point land tonight, George. 1 of 11. Make it 1
Cade
of 12.
for 3. And that one's through.
Another offensive rebound here by Detroit. Second chance, Cunningham hangs and scores. That is tough.
Against Sarr. To give back to Cade. Cade backs in, spins and fires and fills it up. Count that baby, and a foul. Made more than a few threes from the corner. Cade with a shot. He hits it. 7-point game.
Talk about when it comes to matchups. Who wins the coaching matchup?
Knicks leading tonight by 6, make it 4 as Cunningham puts it in.
Good ball movement here. Jaden Ivey off the bounce.
Good D by Sims.
That pass finds Cunningham in the right corner, and Cunningham knocks it down. Their second three-pointer. Knicks are down 8.
Bam Adebayo this year, 0 for 5 with his three-point shooting. Cunningham bumping with Butler and scoring.
Wow, showed some resilience there to Cade Cunningham.
He now has 22. 79-63, the Pistons lead the Lakers. Cade to the basket, flips it up and fills it up. Against Scotty Barnes, nice screen from Tobias. Cade bumped by Barrett, bumped again, rises and fires anyway and fills it up. 2 fouls, doesn't matter.
To the made basket, Beasley rushes ahead. Cunningham, penetration, that's nice. On a scoop to the hoop, using the window.
Back to an 11-point Kings lead. Cunningham. Fox looking to bottle him up, but Cade goes left hand.
Here comes Hero down the lane, blocked by Jalen Duren, blocked it to Beasley, hands it to Cade. Cade right to the rim, finger rolls, fills it up. Count that baby, and a foul.
A round number. Basketball likes round numbers. He's got 50. Cunningham the other way, dunks it through. It's 123-115.
That's now 12 points in the period. Here comes Cunningham.
Dinwiddie is tied his season high with 30 points. Had 30 on the road against the Kings this year. Another drive into the paint, and again, very easy in about 7 seconds.
Cade against Green to the basket. Double clutch lefty, scoop and a score. Exactly. Sneak attack. Outside of Jalen Duren, the bounce back to Cade. Clock at 4. Cade over McBride. Half hook, and he hit it.
Cunningham between the circles. Pressured by LeVert, uses a Stewart screen, now a second time from the elbow. Cunningham continues to consistently attack from the mid-range.
At this level, if they play hard, they're going to be a problem. They're going to make you work. Suns just have to match that intensity.
Cade with the crush.
Cade from the corner, inbounds, gets it back in the corner, fires, fills it up. That's his answer.
There you go.
Right there.
Looking for another one. Got it. That was pure.
He's good, man. We've seen him dominate at all 3 levels here tonight.
He comes into action tonight shooting about 36%, right near league average. Patience by Cunningham for the 2. He's got 13 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists.
Cunningham working his way out front. Little stop-and-go drive against Sheboy. Turn, fire, jumper, good. Net did not move.
Cunningham. Yeah, he is so hard to stop.
Jalen Duren against Markkanen. Doubles to Cade. Step back, long gun. Goes! Cade rattles it home. Another big-time basket.
Got yourself an easy bucket.
That's 6 boards for Kai Jones. It's 19 points for P.J. Washington. Cade Cunningham with a finish.
Really let him play down inside there. Duren was physical with Bam on that attempt.
Here Terry Rozier is guarding the 6'7" Cade Cunningham, who bombs away and drills him. Cunningham with 18 points.
Garland tears past Thompson, but his pass is picked off by Hardaway. Hardaway slows, feeds the corner. Cunningham looks down. He'll now tiptoe baseline and lay it in.
Needed that unsung hero. Even with the 57.
Cunningham, left-handed jam. He's got 35. A new season high now for Cade Cunningham.
Midcourt to Cade. Cade into Brunson. And he hits it off the window. Cade against Smith. Turns him inside, comes through with that reverse move again. He scores again.
That's a layup for him in many ways.
All by himself. Cade from the lane runs up a hook and he hits it. He's made his last 6 shots. Jalen Duren out to screen for Cade. Cade to the baseline. Fall away, fills it up.
I think that's really going to add another whole dimension to his ability to attack off the dribble.
Oh, Cunningham, part man, part machine. He's been a first quarter monster. He has 13 first quarter points tonight.
Outside to Holland. Now Cade will work against Pritchard. Get a screen. Get to the line drive it home.
Well, Houston has a chance.
Houston's really got their wheels back on. They're in a great stretch of ball right now. Cade Cunningham, late shot clock. Flings a 3 over Kai Jones, and it's good.
Remember, teams used to allow him to shoot because he was so erratic.
Brunson trying to help out. Cunningham free and connects again.
Jalen Duren flips to Cade. Cade with a crossover. Cade from the paint, sends it, scores it. 7:22 to play in the half. Pistons by 3. Cade to the baseline, sends it, scores it easily. And the Clippers now lead 64-59. Cade backs on James Harden. Cade flips it up from the baseline and fills it up.
I like him taking the ball to the basket there as opposed to swinging it across the floor. 11 or 13 from the field. You have that type of night efficiency-wise. You got to get some more shots up.
Just their second leading scorer in this game, not Brown. Cade puts it on the floor, went to the left hand. Not easy. Back to a 10-point deficit.
Cade Cunningham gets to the foul line, fires, fills it. Made that look easy over Josh Green.
On my favorite podcast this morning, he said Cade's a great leader, especially for his age, just 23 years old.
It's a radio show,
As a starting lineup.
It's not a podcast.
It's my favorite.
Stop calling it a podcast.
Circles back outside. Cade stops on a dime, fires and fills it. Beautiful reverse. He has 18. Rockets by 2 thanks to his 3. Cade to the basket, scores it off the window.
Cunningham in the post. Oh, wow, that's a deep back there for a point guard.
That guy was the number 1 pick in the draft for a reason.
Cade might be a better person than he is a player, and he's an amazing player. Cade open for the long gun. It goes. He ripped the net on that one. Cade from the top, fires, fills it. That's a long deuce.
7.5 to play. Third quarter action here in Los Angeles. Cunningham, boy, just give him that much room, and he knocks it down from the corner of the key.
Leaping rebound, Tobias Harris gives to Cade. Chance for the Pistons in the open court. Cade to the basket, lays it up, nice reverse, and he scores it.
Cunningham working against Ricochet. Turns, hits.
For DeAndre Ayton, makes it 78-75. Portland. Holland to Sasser on the wing to Cade, and he triples again.
All day and then some to get that shot off.
Cade Cunningham. Wow, he is just playing at his own pace right now.
Pistons lead them. The Pistons have it. 5 to play in the first. Cade with a jumper. Yes.
You'd like to see the Pistons score here. You know, you don't want them having to deal with 9 and 10-point deficits. That's big bucket there.
But I don't know if he didn't think that Halliburton's going to get his hands up or what. And he's got a problem now.
And that's a drive by Cunningham. He's got 25.
Cade with the screen. Goes to the baseline, gets to the basket, and scores. Simone Fontecchio's screen started it.
Both teams kind of in the doldrums right now. A little fatigue going on.
Cunningham knocks down another 3. Cunningham has 21 points in the second half.
Golden State leads by 9. Just under 3 to play in the third. Cade trying to turn that corner. He'll fire baseline. It falls. He rattled it home.
No, he was chomping at the bit to get back.
Cunningham rolls inside, scoop it, score it. Cunningham, remember, 6'6", goes about 2.
Pistons lead them 9-2. Cade trying to get to the basket and does. Lays it up, plays it in.
Matchup at the moment.
Draymond Green threw it in the lane and taken by nobody except the Pistons. Jalen Duren way up to Cade, so they exchange roles there. Cade rumbles the other way, gets to the rack, lays it up, lays it in.
There's a one-man break there.
Cade against Carrington. Cade drives him, stops on a dime, sends it, scores it.
I have a feeling, George, very next chance.
A nice round milestone of 25,000 in his career. Cunningham with the jumper.
Santos was all over Cunningham.
They've struggled at times, all of them to a certain degree.
Cunningham looking to cook. Isaac Jones stays right with him, but Cunningham used the left.
Pistons have one personal foul in the entire game. That's on Jay Ivey. Houston only has 3, and you know it's been physical and rough.
Cade, topside long when it goes.
Yeah, I think just initially you want to see Evan be aggressive with that basketball. When he is, he's outstanding.
Cade Cunningham fires from the elbow, and he gets the roll.
Ball did hit the rim. That's why the clock reset to 14 on the offensive rebound.
He's going to get there. Because Miles had to come out with Durham. In that case, you got to come off your man in the corner to help.
5.5 left to play. Thank you, Craig. And off to Harris. Corner shot for Cunningham. Out of that timeout, Cade Cunningham now with 23 points.
Okay, call your speed. Speed kills, as you say, Big T.
Pell struggling, though, in that area. And they're now 1 for 5. Deep one, it goes. Cade Cunningham.
Bothered, Tatum, deep 3. This time no good, and Harris comes away with the rebound. Pistons say, let's push tempo. Hardaway Jr. into the corner. Cade Cunningham with a big 3 right in front of the Pistons bench.
That DHO, that dribble handoff, got in there and got a deflection, created a turnover.
Cade Cunningham, the first points. Mentioned that he's averaging almost 22, 23 points per game.
Good screen right there to free him up.
And Cunningham drills the 3. He's got 8 points.
Stewart gave him just enough room with that pick on Deuce.
That was reach gamble out front, and one dribble and one step, and Giannis was by him.
Cade from the lane sends it and scores it. Reese Beekman to the lane. Topside to Martin. Tyrese Martin to the basket. Rejected by Jalen Duren. That's 6 blocks for JD.
And it's the numbers game at that point.
Well, that was the 2-for-1 right there. Cunningham going quickly for the 3.
They're also playing for pride. Right, Coach Will Hardy wants to see who's going to go out and fight until the very end.
And Thompson trying to guard him, so you're going to take advantage of that as long as you can. Keep playing through Evan. They'll have to eventually, succeed to that and give some help. Then you start loosening up that defense even more.
Cunningham hits the baseline jumper.
The other guys to step up, and we need no drop-off from our bench.
Now, Christina thinks, Ty Lue a couple of games ago said, yeah, you're starting to notice a little fatigue on James.
It's physicality.
Malik Beasley to the lane, to the rim. Finger roll, no. Jokic with the rebound. Swipe by Cade!
Still looking for his first bucket of the game. Off the drag screen and knocks down the midi. And that's too easy. Khalil Ware.
And moved over to Charlotte. He's been there ever since. Cade from the corner. He hits it! Tobias to forecourt. Steph Curry trying to keep up with him. Topside to Cade. Guns for 3 and it's through. Cade Cunningham.
Still tried to play, lost all that weight. Doesn't get enough credit for just being very, very tough and fighting through that. Most guys would not have tried to play, period. They just...
Hundreds of screens for his teammates, and something that not a lot of people talk about.
You know what, and it's a very important part of the game because you got somebody who can get down there and get a shooter open or coming off a down screen.
The remainder of that game, it just really started to get a nice offensive rhythm.
Boy, that was all Cade Cunningham. They just let him go to work in the paint.
Well, and Pistons under 39%. There's LaMelo Ball having a career year when he plays, leading the All-Star voting.
Josh Giddey had an opportunity, but he's the one that really started that.
Yep. There is Thompson, crashed into the microphone. Cunningham knocks down a three.
TJ with the steal. And then tried to get to Shepard and threw it away. Cunningham lays it in.
And becoming a very good three-point shooter. As I said, shooting almost 45% this season. Here's Cade to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
Now this defending Cunningham going for it. Just got over his outstretched arms.
Cunningham wheeling and dealing. Over the top he goes and drops it home.
I tell you, that's good defense, and you just got to let those happen.
Called it on Rui.
No, they made a mistake. It was on D'Angelo.
They made a couple of mistakes, haven't they? As far as that's concerned. Board, it says Rui. Little short jump shot. They're not going anywhere, folks.
I think George is going to fill that role left by Bogey.
I think he's going to be okay.
Just outside the logo for Cunningham. He's got 27.
Cade from the sideline, inbounds to Malik Beasley. Cade for three. And that is through. Effortless long gun that goes. 8 straight for the home team.
Oh, he'd love to have it back, T. That was right. Johnny on the spot. And it rolls off the rim. Cunningham spins off pressure, scores off Mikhailuk.
In his element now.
Cunningham, he's 5 for 6 from the field here in the third quarter. 13 points already.
Right now, you got Bam Adebayo guarding him, of course, preparing for a switch. Bam fights through the screen. Cunningham gets the ball against Bam. Pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball with the lead. With
Girls in the lane, puts it up short. Edey couldn't get the rebound. Cunningham with it. Quick advance. Cade Cunningham all the way down the lane with a finger roll and a foul.
3:42 to play in the third. Marcus after to Cade. Screen from Isaiah Stewart. Cade for three, and it's through. How much confidence did he shoot that one with?
Hero turns it over. Cunningham back the other way. What a move. Got underneath the basket and scored. He's got...
Pistons 5 and 7 on the road. Cunningham the step back for 2.
That's automatic for him.
Richard playing with the starters here. We're across 7 minutes left. Cunningham, too much space. Cunningham hits it from the mid-range. Detroit leads by 1.
Nowhere to go. Outside to Keyshawn George. He'll miss it to Cade. Cade on the run. He'll take it right to the rim, lay it up, and lay it in. Bridges has 24. Cade has 28. Cade with a drive. Now he has 30.
Of the poor defense at times by this Detroit team. Keep separating yourselves.
Cunningham appeared to shuffle his feet as he got inside. Serena mentioned the word work.
To watch one of his sons play every night. Pistons go to Cade for the topside long gun. It goes. Baseline to Cade, backs on Nembhard. Clock at 5. Turns to the rim, flips up a hook, and he hit it in a crowd.
Confidence has always been there. That's a quick 2 for 1. Smart play by Cunningham.
He's the #1 pick in the draft for a reason. This guy can play.
Pistons got to have a good possession here with 1:42 to play. Dennis Schroeder inside for Cade. He hooks and he hits. 7-point game, 1:37 to play. 13-12.
That was a 7-footer who did that move, folks.
Yeah, that was impressive. Cade bumped by Brunson, and he'll bump Brunson back and lay it in. No call. He plays like he plays. Most guys don't like to play against him. Most teams don't like to coach against him.
Pistons have made more than 50% of their shots. Hasn't had to do as much work so far. Cunningham spins, glides, scoops, and scores. Cunningham
Gets the shot off and rolls it in.
So that you lose that part of it.
Hardaway Jr. leads it to Duren. Back to Cunningham. What a fast break. Not sure the ball ever hit the ground. And Detroit cuts the lead down to 1.
And part of you has to feel proud of a guy who came through here and is having the success that he's having right now.
Cunningham off the elbow makes it look so easy with 17.
Watched by DiVincenzo. Cunningham on the drive. That short floater is good.
Lead is now 5 for Detroit.
That's
nice spin move by Cunningham.
That's
creative in the lane.
That's a Grant Hill move, Chris.
Score it, can pass it, can rebound it, can facilitate. Cade's not looking to give this up unless he's forced to with the second defender. Cade working against Melo. No. Tip in from Cade. No. Staying with it. Cade rattles it home. Nice that was a man on a mission, Special K.
Out of the timeout. Cade for 3, and it's through. I'm sure he'll take it, luck or not. That was a heck of a play. Ron Holland, top side of Cade. This for 3, and it's through. A little more than 3 minutes in. Cade off the screen from Jalen Duren. Fires, fills it. Bridges trying to stay with Cade. Cade fires him in front and fills it up. I don't know who can stay with Cade. 1 free throw, and now Cade's down the lane and the rim. The shot falls, and a foul.
He is 41% a career high, and the Pacers are 6 of their first 9 from three-point range. Cunningham again got the roll.
And the Pistons control. Cunningham brings it across with 15 points. Pops clutch to the rim and lays it home. And where?
So far that trade's paying off. Cade with a drive. Hooks off the high glass. Hit it on the run. Successful challenge by J.B. Bickerstaff. Cade against the Sumu. From the ear. Fires, fills it up.
If there's a team that I'm kind of pulling for, it's Z spiked away by Isaiah Stewart. It was scraped away on his way up. It's Cunningham and the finish. And a timeout for Willie Green.
I grew up on Little Caesars.
Same.
Pizza. And, you know, in the crazy bread.
When you buy one pizza,
Get another one?
Another one.
Come on,
the
man.
best bargain in the history of pizza. Here is Cunningham back the other way.
He's just smooth.
Cunningham. Kamara on the perimeter guarding Cade. Cade gets the screen from Jalen Duren, gets to the basket and scores it. Having trouble way outside to Jalen Duren. Against Achua. Hooks the pass inside to Cade for a dunk.
That was a good read. Usually it's Cade to Duren, but that time Duren to Cade.
And we will revisit with Dwayne a halftime ceremony. Dwayne will join us in the third quarter. Meanwhile, back to this. Cade Cunningham. Johnny's already got 3 field goals and 7 points, and the Pistons.
8:45 to play. Cade against Jaquez. Over it. And he hits it. Whoa.
Cunningham. Oh, man.
He's like a bulldozer. Yeah. He just drops that shoulder, goes into you. And
There's a lot of good candidates for it. Yep. Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland, obviously, as Cade Cunningham makes a really tough shot.
2:08 to left to play. They're up 106-99.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining.
Cade stops and fires and fills it. Cade playing like a superstar tonight.
Double to Tobias Harris. Harris is picked up by Allen on the switch. 5 to shoot. Now it's Cunningham. Cunningham splits between 2 of the Cavs. Goes to the left hand and lays it in.
One of these days they're going to deduct for those.
Cade to the lane. Cade stops and fires and fills it up.
Halliburton nearly had the steal.
What he is really good at is seeing the traffic and being able to turn away from it.
3 or 4 of them that you go, you know what, those are really cool. There's a few, you're shaking your head because you agree. There's a few of them that you look at and you go, really? This one, you go, yeah.
Hamlin in the house, he has got to be
smiling ear to ear.
Effusive in watching this performance tonight.
Defensive player. Like, he moves his feet well. He stays at home, man.
Cunningham at his own pace again. Twisting, turning, speeding.
Throw by Jones inside, taken away by Cade. Cade on the run, down the lane to the rim, lays it up, lays it in.
Thompson out top. Cunningham just 2 for 9 to start the game. And that 3 rattles home.
But that's it. It's that pick and roll action with Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren.
26-point game. Cunningham's got the mid-range if he wants it.
Guys are coming off these dribble handoffs wide open.
Right.
And the simple chase actions.
Vucevic, Dosunmu, Williams, Javon Carter, and Kobe White are in. Still the starting 5 for Detroit. Cunningham knocks it down. He's into double figures now.
Outside for Fontecchio. Now Cade works against Murray. Drives it right into him, gets it off the glass, and good. Count that baby in a foul.
Cunningham looking for a triple. Got it. Cunningham now with 31.
Duren tried to finish on Duren, unable to do so. Again, he had 27 and 10 in that first matchup in Detroit. Cunningham launches and makes.
Man, he's good.
His first 3.
They've won 4 straight. Cunningham drives up, under, and scores it. Wow.
Still a 1-point Piston lead. Cade with the ball against Shamet. Cade will rise and fire and fill it up. It danced and it dropped. Edey misses close in. Stu with a rebound. Desart Thompson for Cade for a long gun. And it goes.
I don't know what kind of game the Celtics were expecting from the Pistons coming in here, but I imagine that this might have exceeded their expectations. I bet on that.
Cade Cunningham. Moore. He's provided energy, productive minutes. Here's Cade Cunningham, right to the bucket. Cunningham.
Yeah, no, he's reliable. One of the veterans brought in alongside with Holiday and Harris. It made a huge difference.
Cunningham able to work through somebody's hand on the ball.
I think that's big. The Duren out of the game here right now with the 2 personals. Cade Cunningham for 3. And Cunningham now with 5 points.
Good defense in them. They're going to post up Cade Cunningham. Cunningham on the back down. That was nice.
On that back has bothered him.
Definitely praying for you, thinking about you, Rick. Get well.
They have so many fans.
Cunningham knows it's his time. He's got to take over now. The game hanging in the balance.
Cunningham drives, blocked by Towns, and it goes in.
Driving baseline, Cade Cunningham with a layup.
That was slick.
That was too close for him. Cade backs on Smith, pump fake, and a running glass as it goes.
Both in average and in total points. Cunningham nuzzles in and drops it home himself. Cunningham with 16.
That's not a typo. Cade straight on, pop, and it drops.
Detroit shooting the ball pretty consistently from the outside. You get a little defense, it goes back to a man-to-man.
Cunningham with a floater. He's up to 28.
Cade to the lane. Cade from in front, off the glass and good. Unstoppable around the rack. He has 19.
Finding the open area, got to the mid-range. We haven't seen much of that, but how about the kiss off the glass?
How about the challenge on that end? Defending Cunningham, who made that look easy. 5 points for the 23-year-old Cade Cunningham.
To Jalen Duren. Cade with the clock at 5. Gets to the wing, fires, fills it. Good to see that one go down. That's a triple.
8-3 count. Detroit into the lane. Slithers Grant from behind. Tobias Harris takes it away. Thompson on the advance. Cunningham lost the dribble, got it back, laid it in.
4-2 Mavericks. Cade flies in, kisses the glass and hits it. Nice looking reverse.
That was not a good play by Collins, who rushed it.
And Sexton lost the ball. Cade to the basket, lays it in.
Okay.
Now Cunningham going to back down Murray, going to try. Into the lane, put it up, got it.
That's where he wants to live if he has to.
Now, Benny Avdia has him. Nice screen by Jalen Duren. Cade to the basket for a score. Cade gets a nice screen from Jalen Duren. Fires topside, fills it up.
Cunningham behind the back, into the paint. He gets there and one.
Just talked about not being able to speed.
Just a selfish basketball player, Karis LeVert, very aggressive. You know, I love the fact that he plays, and if he takes a bad shot, he forgets about it and moves on.
Now they're already down at 12, so you can stay solid here defensively. Get some, got him faked early. Yeah, we got him faked early.
Closed out the old year just fine, thank you. 3-1 on the West Coast trip. Here's Cade backing in on KCP. Jump hook blocked by Bataze. They call it a goaltend.
You know, teams are retreating back to the paint, and because how good the Rockets are at getting downhill in transition, and then those trail threes are there. And again, Cunningham with the nifty footwork.
Knocks around. Harris with another rebound.
It's fourth quarter play. Every possession is important.
17 rebounds for Pirtle. Cade Cunningham. And a timeout.
He only needs a little space to get a shot off.
Great feel for the game. Cade for three. Banked it home.
Pistons were slow to get back. Kicks it over to Veet. Veet knocks that down.
Cunningham wheels in for two.
Trying to shake it off. Working against Highsmith. Pump fake, now the shot. Sticks it. Good for Cade.
Boy, did he have to work through a lot there?
7:15 to play in the third. Cade goes baseline. Up fake on Dyson Daniels. Leaning, scoop, and a score.
School time.
Shot clock at 6. Cade backs him in. Fires from in front. Fills it up. Big time basket.
Just a one-man possession. Soaked up a lot of clock, but Cade Cunningham off balance. Tough finish and a foul on the Mavs.
Tremendous offensive player making it happen, but Beasley couldn't do anything more.
I agree. To the basket. Cade flips it up and fills it up. Backs it on Isaiah Joe. Gives to Holland, gets it back. Baseline drive and a reverse basket. It's good. It is a foul on Rudy Gobert. Cade topside, long gunning. It goes. Great start for Cade Cunningham. Okay, we got the commissioner here. Cade's an all-star. A star's going to be in the Rising Stars Challenge. Big night for Detroit.
Daniels for three and then throws it away. Shoot the ball. Cunningham. And scores.
Two missed opportunities there by the Hawks.
Actually, Jokic 4 for 4. Cunningham turns the corner in the lane. He's got a good little floater and he drops it home. You got to cut him off before he gets there or you're in trouble.
He has 13, but a hammer from Cade gets 2 of those 3 right back.
2 threes tonight for Jonathan Isaac. He's in double figures now with 12 points. Played really well. Defending Cunningham. Tough shot. Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham.
Not as easy of a look as he's had all night. This fires, and now the Pistons have a chance to take the lead. Cunningham, that's where he's really been all night long, right in the painted area.
Good done.
Book gunning for a 5th straight 30-point game.
That's too easy. And Cunningham getting away with a carry as well.
Off to Cade. Cade on the floor, to the rim, up and in, scored it off the square. Jalen Duren hands to Tobias and screens for him. Tobias finds Cade open. This for three, and it's through.
Nice job, Tobias Harris on the penetration.
Cade against Dylan Brooks. Paul Reed with the screen. Cade with the drive, gets to the rim, lays it up, lays it in.
Staying stationary without P.
And again, Stewart, terrific shot contester.
Wow. Inexcusable. You got to jump that early, and you cannot let him out of that trap.
He's been so good defensively in this one. Pistons pretty much scored at will last night in Atlanta. Cade cut to the basket, scored at will there, laid it up, laid it in.
That was a burst by Rozier, who's the Heat's leader in scoring in minutes through the first two games. Cunningham, that's too good a look for too good a shooter. Cade Cunningham.
Tim Hardaway Jr. falls for the pump fake, trying to take away that lob from Hero. Light work for Cade Cunningham that time, Corey. Well, I mean, any guard for the most part is going to be light work.
He's got that smile. You know, he chooses to see the positives in things, and he's happy to be here tonight, and we're very happy to have him.
Good stuff, Gregory. Collegiately. Cade to the baseline. He'll fire and fill it up. Almost automatic. Cade now with 18.
Harris works on Mitchell. Cavs keep the Pistons out around the perimeter. Late in the shot clock. Ivy looks to penetrate. Allen was right there. Oh, Cunningham missed the bunny, but he gets it to go.
We've seen it all year for Zoo.
Yeah, under duress that time, but he was able to regain his balance, get that pivot foot, get to that left shoulder, and score. Speaking of which, another basket in the paint.
Demon on the boards here. Cunningham short. Another offensive rebound for the Pistons. Cunningham working on Daniels, just pushes him right into the paint and scores.
Being the inducted into the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. And Nick, talk about your experience going in, because you are in. You obviously are in the Hall of Fame. You're in every Hall of Fame there is.
Cunningham drives on Bridges, stops, falling away, is up, it's good.
Cunningham already with the triple-double, folks, and adding to it as well.
Here comes Cade. Turns to the paint. Hooks and hits.
Duran hands it over to Cunningham. Cunningham, multiple fakes, leans, and fires it in.
You want to look at the rim every time you touch it. Cunningham trying to walk down Jaquez. Man, that's a big body bends move right there. Cade Cunningham in full effect, putting the big.
When you look at the Western Conference standings, Sacramento with the 17 losses, they're only 4 back in the loss column of the 6th seed.
Yeah.
You know, and still a lot of games left.
Cade against Jacoby Walter, checked in a moment ago. Cade turns to the paint against him, powers it up and in. Count that baby, and a foul.
Duran comes out to set the screen. Cunningham's loose.
Gets it back to Nassar Thompson. Now Julius Randle's on Cade. He'll get by the big man, get to the basket, lay it up, and lay it in. Cade goes behind the back against Portis. Stops, fires, and fills it up. Off to Cade. Cade against Terry Rozier, clock at 6. Drives it. Way too strong for him. Turns, fires, fills it. Cade in forecourt. Here's a long gun. It goes! Cade with a huge hoop. Man, he was way behind the long line.
Cunningham's been the offense the last couple minutes. Missed it there. Duran somehow missed there. Cunningham again is fouled.
Ron Holland off to Isaiah Stewart against Kelly Olynyk. Cade gets a screen from Stu and sticks it. Isaiah Stewart with a rebound. Cade to forecourt. 9 and 10 to play in the half. Cade to the basket, floats it up, fills it up. 8 for 11 from behind the long line for Anthony Edwards. Cade for 3 on the Piston end. He splashes it down.
Cunningham, the cross, the drive, and the adjustment with Vucevic closing.
Bouncing back for plays like that, and then again, the playmaking, the overall play that he's given since he's been back in the lineup.
Cunningham sinks it.
Then it's picked up by Taurean Prince. Top side to Cade against Lopez. He'll fire for three, and it's through. Big in your face, Brook Lopez. Cade to the lane, hooks and hits.
Easy.
Just need a few more of those to put this one away.
Shooting from 10 feet beyond that three-point line. Cade, a little show and go, finishes with the left hand at the rim.
During the rebound, remember Isaiah Stewart out of this game now for Detroit with 3 fouls. Cunningham able to squeeze it in, plus the foul.
That's a really tough catch and finish.
A little bit of a smaller lineup here for the Bucks. Brook at the 5, Taurean Prince at the 4. And 3 guards out there here for the Bucks, and Payne, Wright, and Trent Jr. Another bucket, though, for Cunningham.
Here goes Cade working against Patrick Williams.
Strong man right there.
Williams is a handful. Cade turns, fires over him, and fills it up. Yep. Big time play for Cade Cunningham. Jalen Duren bounces to Cade. Cade left hands it up off the window and in. 78 Pistons. 9:20 to play. Cade in the lane. Cade with a shot. Yes.
Instead, it's AD for 3. Weak side rebound, Duren. Cade Cunningham goes right around Reeves, all the way to score. What a move!
A Luka Doncic type. Oh, that was a backcourt violation. I thought it was too. Yeah, he left Pritchard with a step back. He had to work for that, though.
Yeah. Against Trae Young, Isaiah Stewart hands back to Cade. Cade with a long 3. It's through! Almost looked like he knew it when he let it go.
And that's what they have to do more of. Just get it maybe to AD him. Tell him not to wait. Just go ahead and go to work.
Lakers no defense at all this time in the paint.
Hey, we're coming up, DC.
Cade overplayed by Trent Jr. Got to the basket against Trent Jr. and Lopez and scored.
Warriors in a zone defense, bit of a matchup zone defense.
True with the fake, kicks it back out. Cunningham for 3 and gets it.
And that straight line drive leads to his first basket. He had 17 points and 12 assists in Wednesday's game. Dinwiddie's averaging nearly 11 points per game this year. There's Cade Cunningham.
Malik Beasley couldn't get that shot to go. Brunson on the drive, lost the ball. Asar Thompson the forecourt. Outside to Cade, long gunning, it goes.
Last Wednesday, went down by 19 really early in that game and battled back. Cade Cunningham over Porzingis.
Tough.
7 for Tim Hardaway Jr. since Jaden Ivey's injury. Here's Cade, topside gunning, it goes. Clutch basket for Cade.
He just keeps that motor going. He doesn't stop, and you're trying to get in front of him. Then you give up on him just for a second. He just keeps coming.
Gets to the foul line, steps back and misses. Cade boards it. Cade down the lane, floating gun, filled it up. Cade gets to the lane. Half hook from in front, nice touch, and it drops.
On a 13-2 run despite 2 misses at the stripe. Cunningham off the little rub out front and the mid-range game.
Big.
Yeah, he can do that forever.
Yeah, once he gets to a spot.
Every time those guys are matched up in any way, he's got a little extra. But Beasley's had smoke for everybody tonight. Cunningham lays it in. Oh, right there.
Laid on the iron and wouldn't fall. Jalen Duren boards it. Cade from the sideline for 3, and it's through.
The offensive rebound without going over the back of a Piston. Cunningham playing his game. Oh, he's fouled. Got Diabate up in the air.
Brown's giving him the too small size.
Cunningham. And Carroll bullies it. And Cunningham finds a way to put it in.
Pistons get it first. Cade to the baseline. Cade to the basket. Reverses, scores it. Count that, baby.
They are just 3 of 9 to start the third quarter.
Now you get him here. He's tough. Yeah, he's tough there. Because ladies and gentlemen, he's 6'8", every bit of it.
I think he was trying to throw an alley-oop to Allen, and it just got such good touch, he was able to make the shot.
Cunningham banks and scores. That was Cade's 24th shot.
We talked about this matchup 8 days ago. Osumu takes a lot of pride against guys who were drafted before him. Cunningham number 1 to Osumu in the 30s. There is Cade Cunningham with a strong hook.
Just 2 behind Anthony Edwards, who leads the league in made threes.
Well, Spencer has quietly been playing really well. Nice touch that time.
All 4 Pistons opponents have had double-figure steals against them. That says something about their loose and sloppy ball handling. Cunningham to his right, back to the middle, scores with the left. 22 for Cade Cunningham.
Well, he didn't miss on the second one there. Here's Cade to the basket, lays it up, lays it in! That was not easy.
Cade Cunningham with the basketball. Cunningham, this time he'll take the 3 and knock it down.
But I think this year it's almost gone a little bit at the other end. There's so much contact on the dribbler. The key is, does it impede progress? And often it does, as Cunningham. It's just silky smooth there.
Cunningham, real good body for a point guard. 2 feet in the paint, hits the leaner.
Another possible Elite 8 matchup. We saw that from them last year. Chance for it to happen again this season. Cunningham in rush hour traffic. Got it over Ware, took out the giant killer.
They shot 47% from 3 and 92% from the free throw line. And as we say that, a brick gets thrown up by AD into the bucket, and the one-hand jam by Cunningham.
I'm Chris Marlowe with Scott Hastings.
You had to speed it up so it looked like they was working on it.
Yep. Cunningham, and good shot there.
Somebody like that. Cade with a nice up fake, gives it up to Isaiah Stewart, gets it back, fires, fills it up. Off to Isaiah Stewart. Now Jaden Ivey has it. Gets to the lane, sets up Cade for a 3, and it's through.
Nice job. This is Beasley with Stewart, Fontecchio, Holland, and Cunningham. And Cunningham is everywhere.
And their offense has been a great compliment. They got 110 points here. Cade, pump fake. This time they didn't buy it. Didn't matter. Double flex on him, Cade.
To get to the spots, get the shots they want to on the floor a little bit too easily through that third quarter.
Our truck says did not hit Cunningham after Williams, and Cunningham rattles in the jumper.
Pistons get it defended. Asar Thompson with the rebound of the miss. Back to the basket on the other end. No! Tapped up and in by Cade. Big time play. Now it's a 6-point game.
Getting it to JB underneath the basket for an easy layup.
13 points for Butler now, 17 for Steph Curr. And that's gonna be an easy bucket in.
He's made a lot of money. He's in year 17. Oh my goodness, yes. Cade to the lane. Cade gunning, it goes.
Clay was 11th and 11, and Tobias Harris 19th pick in 2011. Cunningham, smooth, mid-range shot in the paint.
Patient.
Cade against Brunson. Gets to the lane, gets to the rim, scoops and scores.
Right back at you. Brunson was 7 for 10 in the first half from the field.
Look at Cunningham shaking, baking, wheeling, dealer.
That is an impressive play, and the lead quickly back up to 15.
Smallest guy on the floor, maybe the biggest heart. Cunningham scoops it in.
Ronald Holland against Jimmy Butler. Flips it back to Cade. Shot clock at 11. Cade over Adebayo. Yes, he rips the net.
Nice job by Walker that time, not bringing the ball down too low after getting that rebound.
Cunningham works his way open for the bucket.
With longer, athletic defenders, got to get that separation and get that shot up.
Cunningham hits a very tough shot.
Anticipates, reads, does his homework before the game. Cunningham trying to dislodge himself from Grant. It's a step back.
Run out of the paint by Zubac. Cade will put it on the floor, blow by him, flip it up, and fill it up. Yep. Tough shot. Rashard Thompson in the lane. Here's to Cade against Edwards. Cade, bump fake on Edwards. Hit it! Count that baby, and a foul.
Offensive rebound for more. Cunningham gets to the rim. That's his game.
We approach the 4-minute mark. Duran pushed by Allen, goes to Cunningham. Cunningham fires and scores. That's his first bucket since late in the third quarter. Cunningham now has 33.
Look at the run here, Lamar. 13-4 in 3 minutes, led by Shaden Sharp. Cunningham off the screen, again, gets in deep. He's such a big player, 6'6".
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart off to Cade. This for three. And it's through. Cade Cunningham drains it from downtown. It's 63-46. Cade with the basketball. He has 10. Here's his top side shot, and he sticks it.
Isaiah. Cunningham. Got it.
Oh, he wasn't going to stay quiet long. We knew that.
Put it back in. Much needed basket right there to start this fourth quarter for the Clippers.
Cunningham working well without the ball. Great feed from Stewart.
I'm pretty sure this lineup has never played together.
Cade is in there at center. Oh, Cade Cunningham gets a little help from Isaiah Stewart, but that'll be Cunningham.
Pistons trail by 2. 3:48 to play in the third. Tobias to the backdoor cutting Cade Cunningham. Off the square for a score. Count that baby, and a foul.
Cade Cunningham shut down, putting up massive numbers this season. Bangs into Nurkic. Contact and bucket for Cade Cunningham.
Boston seemed to have gathered itself, at least for the moment. What's going to be your retort? 13 turnovers for the Pistons. Good pump fake right there. A little dream shake. A little dream shake.
Isaiah Stewart wants it against Jarrett Allen, high post. Dribble hands back to Cade. He will drive it, hook off the glass, and hit it.
You know what that tells me for Contagious Caldwell-Pope? With all the injuries, he's elevated in the shot, opportunities and what have you. So he's taking advantage of it.
Indiana, Miami, Toronto, in Detroit. Tobias Harris shot off of the mark. Raptors lost against Milwaukee as Cade Cunningham knocks down that three, so they must win tonight to stay.
Ivy hands it off to Cunningham. Swings around, a good look at a three, and pops it.
We approach the midway point of the second quarter.
That could be the difference of a triple-double tonight.
Let's hope, huh?
Yeah.
Cunningham on the bounce with the left hand, gets the roll, gets fouled by Garland, and Cade Cunningham has a chance for three.
Looking for a shot. Bridges up on him. Shot clock's at 5. Cade with the clock at 3 rises, fires and fills it. Smooth as silk. The late shot clock didn't bother him even a little bit. From the sideline over Hachimura. Gets it back and a screen from Jalen Duran. Topside gun goes for Cade. Does he shoot that with confidence or what? Man. A little lazy at taking a long time on their shots, and that's not been good for the Wizards. Pistons not lazy on that run out. They get Cade a jam. They've already gone to their bench. Cade to the lane, fires from in front. It rattles in.
Beasley back to Cunningham. There's a handful, crosses over, drives again, lays it up and in.
That was the Suns' terrific trio in the third. Combined 12 of 17 shooting.
Cunningham into the lane, swooping hook, it's good.
Tobias drops it inside to Cade. Over ball with a jump hook, and he hit it. 7:22 left. Cade against Reeves. Takes him inside, hooks, and hits.
4.5 to play in the first 12.
A little fall away.
That's why they're first 10 points in the paint, Joel.
Cade rebounds the miss. Here he comes. He's at the lane. He's at the rim. It's up. It's in. Looked like he was fouled, but he'll take the two. Cade spins, fires, fills it. Count that baby in a foul.
Not only gets the crowd inspired, but it gets your teammates inspired.
Especially in this arena, Mike. They love the block shot scenario.
Cunningham knocks down another three. Cunningham now 3 of 5.
Their defense has been stellar. Indiana.
Cade Cunningham spinning to the rim, scoops and scores! What a play by Cade!
How did he do that?
And when
Hardaway shaking.
Back to Cunningham. Cunningham trying to get himself going, and he's got himself going. 3 for 3 to start here in this third quarter.
Cunningham in the paint. Nice move. 22 points for Cunningham.
Hartenstein, a half hook, around and off. Battle for the rebound. Asar Thompson wins the race. Taps it to Cade, to the rim, lays it up, plays it in.
Donovan, Shaden both know you're playing with the knowledge of having 3 fouls. And coaches will tell their players, you got to be smarter at that time.
Duran's got it and leads it back to Cunningham. Jazz shooting at a 36% clip tonight. And it's too easy, just walking into the paint.
Just to kind of slow it down.
Yeah, weather the storm a little bit, because right now the Pistons, they look really, really fresh.
The second out of a back-to-back for San Antonio. Cunningham, nice left hand.
Off the heel to Tim Hardaway Jr. Cade to forecourt, stops and fires and fills it. But they made a half a dozen passes, it seemed, to set him up. Here's Cade for 3, and that is through. Hey, 43.9 still to play.
Got a big guy, Kuzma, on Cade Cunningham tonight.
Jalen Duran bounces to Cade. He'll rise and fire and fill it. That is in the hands of Potter. Top side to Market and a long 3. Off the heel to Malik Beasley. Ahead to Cade. Cade to the basket. Lays it up, lays it in.
The late double on Giannis. Giannis figured it out that it was coming and did a nice job kicking it right back to Brook.
Cade Cunningham, 27 points.
Denver with their new biggest lead. They're up 23. Cade trying to get to the basket on Brown. Flips it up, fills it up.
Shot clock down to 4. 3-point shot. Beasley missed it. It's a wrestling match breaking out Stewart and Carter. And you hope it doesn't.
He's used his dribble. Give and go. Steps through, lays it in.
Oh, man. That's a heck of a move there. Good giving.